Alright, hello everyone. This is actually incredibly loud. I'm going to turn that down. But we're doing something different today. Let's turn the music way down. Basically, I wanted to talk to you about my real passion, books. But none of you probably want to listen about books. So, I'll give you something to watch while you listen about books, and maybe that'll keep you around. But before I get into that, I'm going to talk about what we're playing right now. This is Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast, and slightly modded, and with a lot of cheats on, actually. So I'm going to introduce a few of the cheats and then the mods. Help us Obi-Wan, which enables the cheats. I'm using Set Force All 4. Now there's only one force power that I know of that actually has a 4th level, and you can't actually access it without cheating. So there's that. And oh well, and that force power is Mind Trick or whatever, which actually puts you in the body of an enemy. The other one is Saber Realistic Combat, which well, makes sabers a lot more deadly. If you're touched by a saber blade, you're probably taking damage. Probably. At least that's how it is for the enemies and some of your allies. I will also be using No Target, which, as it says, it makes the enemies not react to me being around, so that I can set up little fights. NPC spawn. We'll be going with the Reborn, I think. Yeah. And I'm only going to be going 6 at a time, because any more I start the game can't really handle that many entities, I guess. I don't know, that's what it tells me. Some of the mods I have on, well, actually let's go here. The sounds for this, yeah, those aren't actually the game's sound. Those are from the movie. The first movie, I believe. And yeah, so there's a mod that gives you that. And then the mod to give me little lightning saber. Oh, I also used a cheat to turn my saber color purple. And a cheat that gave me all the weapons, items, etc., including a lightsaber. Because in this game, you don't start off with a lightsaber. Or force powers. Yeah, I should mention that. Alright. I'm gonna get started fighting these guys, and then I'll talk to you about some books. Sorry. Alright, so the first book series I want to talk to you about, oh, that's the other mod, adding blood. And Saber Realistic Combat makes it also more likely to remove their limbs and other bits. Alright, so the first book I want to talk to you is called The Cat Who Blew the Whistle. Yeah, that happened. And The Cat Who Blew the Whistle is part of the Cat Who series, I guess is what it's called. So I picked it up for, I think it was 50 cents from my library. So, and I picked up another one as well. Anyway, I read it, and I have some thoughts. I've been reading several mystery-type books lately, and I've noticed a pattern. I can usually predict what the crime is, who did what, etc. In this case, it was a little harder. But mostly because there was like no... Ah, shit. Huh, that happened. Okay, there we go. The main character doesn't really actually, try and solve mysteries. He kind of Well, he's a bit like a reporter, I guess, where he goes about and kind of investigates. He talks to people mostly and gets information, but most of it is just going out and talking to people and having other people do the investigative work, which I've seen done alright. Ow. I've seen it done alright in the past. I mean, it's generally not my favorite, but whatever. But in this case, the case is solved almost without him. I mean, he's there for some events, but he's barely... he's not really key to the investigation. Other things that annoyed me... well, there's a big one that I'll get to shortly. Ah, fuck. Oh, shit, that's not good. No, 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 no. Aw, shit. Okay, I died. The bad guy, or one of the bad guys. Well, actually... okay, let me clear up my thoughts. All the fucking bad guys. Okay, so we have the people who committed the crime. The killers. One is killed in a knife fight by the other. Okay, that's kind of a classic way to go. But that guy is killed when I think it was like a backhoe or some kind of piece of equipment fell on him when he was attacked by an owl. And that's stupid. I mean, sure, the owl was brought up before and it was mentioned how it would attack and such people with very hairy heads and all that. But, it's still, you were killed because an owl attacked you, and then a piece of equipment fell on you. I'm not really sure if that's a great way to go. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not. Why did I do that? Shit. Gotcha. Anyway, that just... I thought it was stupid. Oh, and the final baddie, the kind of like mastermind character that we got like no introduction to and was almost completely absent of the story, wasn't really actually caught. She escaped. I say she... Whoops. That was both the wrong button, it was force lightning, and this is what happens sometimes. It glitches out and then I have to go back to here. Sexy enhanced sounds. Yeah, she has like nothing to do with the actual story, as in... okay. Let me rephrase that because that's not the way to say it. She's not in the story. It's like, almost like Moriarty in the first Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr. Except, in that case, we know the character. Well, Sherlock Holmes fans, and even not really fans, but people who know Sherlock Holmes, know the character. Not lightning. Let's get heals. So that was okay. But in this, it's a nobody. And, there's a decapitation for you. But I use, she with a grain of salt. Because the villain is a cross-dresser, maybe? Hermaphrodite, possibly? Ah, fuck, I died. My hand. Yeah, I bet he will. So yeah, that happened, and how you find this out is the biggest bullshit ever. In the story, the cats are fucking psychic or something. They know fucking everything. They never encountered this evil character. Maybe they saw her on a tape that, the good main character whose name I cannot remember right now. Floyd Trevelyan. Yes. Floyd Trevelyan. He plays a tape to look over it, and he's looking for clues or something, and there's a tape of a train ride where she appears, along with the murder victim and other people, suspects and such. So he's watching it, and maybe his cats watched it as well. And, basically... Oh, that took out quite a few of them. No, wait, just one. Yeah, I could talk better if I wasn't focusing on Aww. Aww, that's sad. I wasn't focusing on fighting. Where was I? Oh, yes. So the cats don't know this character. And, he reads to the cats. He reads books. And for a while, they've been yowling and making noises when he reads a certain book that they keep choosing. And it's some H word, hers, blah, blah. I don't know. I don't remember. It didn't seem important. And then at the end, he's like, oh wait, my cats must know something. I will go to the dictionary and start reading HER words and waiting for them to react. And they react on hermaphrodite, which means obviously the main villain, or the mastermind, is a hermaphrodite. Gasp! Let's tell the cops. And yeah, and then it kind of ends there. It's like, what the fuck? Really? Psychic cats? Really? I don't know why it bothers me so much, because, I mean, I read books with that kind of shit other times. I mean, oh, this is going badly for me. I've lost my focus. But psychic cats, really? His cats do all the fucking work? A lot of the characters are just kind of... I don't know. I don't want to say bland, but cliched. Incredibly so. Like, one of the people he worked with in the past, who apparently, I don't know, he was good friends with, and she helps him out in this one. It's kind of like a kindly older lady. And she's friendly, she cooks, she laughs loudly, she's excitable, etc. It's kind of like the, I don't know, fun, happy grandma, I guess? I'm not sure. Anyway, I know I've read it before, even if I don't know how to describe it right now. Let the bodies disappear a bit. Him, Trevelyan, he is an older gentleman, rich, carrying on a relationship with a librarian who worries a lot and is plain, and neither of them are rushing into a relationship. And I guess I could call Trevelyan like Edward of Twilight, written by an older, more mature writer / woman. Like, it's not quite so obvious that this is like, ooh, the perfect guy, but it's he's a staple guy. He's well liked. He's very popular. He writes a news column for fun mostly. Gets fan mail, etc. Did I mention he was rich? I don't remember if it said he was good looking or anything, but he's probably not bad looking. Distinguished and such. And I can imagine that would be a great guy to have. Alright, it's time to fight again. Ah, shit, they're behind me. Really? All of them? Oh, one survived. Have to drop down there. Oh, he jumped. No, die. So yeah, I didn't hate the book series, or I didn't hate the book. It is a series, and I haven't read any other of the series. But, The Cat Who Blew the Whistle. I don't remember if I said which one I read. I probably did. I don't pay attention to anything I say. I am completely wrong. I'm sorry. I just grabbed the book and I looked on the back. Oh, fuck. I can't believe I did that. That's how much this book resonated with me. Okay, I can't remember the main character's name. Floyd Trevelyan is the character in the book who dies. Well, okay, spoiler, he dies. They think he disappeared. But, the main character is Jim Quilleran. Because I'm going to remember Quilleran or something. And his cats, Coco and Yum Yum. They don't investigate. And the cats are psychic or something. It makes no fucking sense. It annoys the crap out of me. I'm sorry. Anyway, it's not a bad book. And if you can get past some of the, I don't know, qualms that I've got, then you might like it. And in fact, I might read more, because I want to see if it's all like this. Next book, we have Wide Open by Deborah Coates. This one's interesting. I picked it up because, I really like the Odd Thomas series. Now, for those of you who don't know the Odd Thomas series, which is, who writes it? I have forgotten who writes it. Anyway. Yeah, that's gonna bother me for a little bit. He's one of my favorite authors, too. I don't know why I can't remember him. I want to say Ned Coates. The reason I want to say that is because it's the only name I can think of. And that's from Discworld. Night Watch. Which I also read, but I'm not going to talk about here. Because I read it a million times before. Anyway, back on semi-topic. Wide Open is about a woman who was a soldier in Iraq, and she dies for a few minutes and is resuscitated. When she comes back, she can see ghosts. I have no problem with this because that's just kind of like, ow, shit. That's really, clipping. Hey, I'm almost whole again. Anyway, it's kind of a classic way to get the ability to see ghosts. You've crossed over to the other side, and now you're neither one or the other, or something, I don't know. But, she can. And after this traumatic experience, her sister dies in an apparent suicide. And so she's given some leave and goes to investigate. Now here's where I figure I can see exactly who the villain is. Because in this one, it is quite obvious who the bad guys are. So obvious. I figured it out in, well, actually the moment it's mentioned, really.